What's up, world? It's your girl, Tamika Georgia Me Harper. Whenever I'm on Clubhouse, I'm looking for Iron Sharpens Iron with my man, Poetic Black and Written in Pain.
As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
The story. I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. You know, I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
it was one of those pieces that, you know, where you're waking people up. You know what I'm saying? Bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, iron, sharpen, iron.
On January 7th, 2023, the Composition Entertainment took the online poetry world by storm with a competition so comprehensive that the one poet who would emerge could only be referred to as the Grand Griot. 27 poets would embark upon this journey, scribes from all walks of life. But after 13 weeks of grueling competition, 2 word benders would find themselves face to face for the final battle. Geronimo Tat.
Hey, little brown bear. Little brown teddy bear. I be seeing your little ugly ass everywhere. Seeing you in hats or with heart-shaped bellies and bow ties. Even little suits or boots got you looking kind of fly. But you know what? I ain't never really liked you, teddy bear. Just being honest. It's something about the optics, how I always see you when the death of brown boys and girls at the top. I be seeing you everywhere. I saw you on my way to work, on my way to the mall shopping, on the curb by the handicap park, and taking my kids to the park and going to the supermarket. Brown bear, you know I hate you. Brown bear, I hate you, teddy bear. Cause it seems like you're always here. Like you always near. Like you wash your paws in black mother's tears. I fucking hate you. You and your other goons. Candle with candles and heart-shaped balloons. Empty bottles of vodka and cognac at the crossroads, but it would be crazy to wish on a wishbone just to have one of those little girls or boys back.
And Brother Habib.
You ever look into the eyes of a man marinated in madness? Constantly hearing that fat lady sing feels like I'm serenaded by sadness. It's real. Imagine a letter that reads, love your dad. And that's all I can afford to leave in my will. So now can you see why I hear the whispers of the evil forces forcing me to reach for the still or just in skill? The empty hand of a beggar reaching just to still, trapped in them tenements where it's imminent to keep your ignorant ass indigent, impoverished for imprisonment. Especially if I'm a darky in the eyes of the oligarchy. The hierarchy that hardly hires us, obviously. Look, Look at the money Bernie Madoff made off middle class Americans getting laid off. Look at how life is so hard at times. How these hard times got me thinking about serving hard at times, but I can't. Because at the same time, I'm too afraid I might get caught slipping that one time. Get locked up by one time, then sent upstate to serve what? Hard time. What? You think you're going to have the time of your life? In prison, doing time, serving life. Let one moment in time leave you frozen in time. Or maybe you could push a couple nicks and dimes and get out the game real quick, just in the nick of time. But as soon as you start to shine, nigga, even time will start snitching. Hell, keep flexing with that Rolex, nigga. Time will tell.
But after a split-hair decision, Brother Habib would emerge as the Grand Griot. But now, the most anticipated competition is back, with 16 new scribes willing to put it all on the line for a chance to win the esteemed title of Grand Griot. These scribes will prepare to do battle in 2 preliminary rounds. Tonight will commence round 1 of the preliminaries, where each scribe will bring an original piece that will be judged on a scale of 0 to 10. The scribes with the highest cumulative scores will proceed to the next round of competition. Your judges for this evening: Poetic Black, Written in Pain, and last year's first runner-up, the Griot Geronimo Tat. And your host for this evening will be Written in Pain and Poetic Black. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? We're here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, finally. We've been waiting. There's been a countdown, but we are finally here. The Grand Griot competition has commenced. We have 16 scribes ready to throw down. Okay, before we get started, Mr. Payne, are you in the building, my brother?
Due to some controversial issues that took place last night at Partners in Rhyme, Elizabeth Carpenter has been disqualified from this competition. It's an unfortunate situation. I'm sure some of you have heard. I don't want to really get into it too much here, but just for the integrity of this competition, we had to remove Elizabeth from the competition, unfortunately. Black, did we replace Elizabeth with a substitution?
Yes.
All right.
We did have an alternate. We had an alternate to fill in, and that alternate will be Mahogany Soul. Congratulations. You are in the competition. Okay. So like Payne alluded to, to safeguard the integrity of this competition, some decisions had to be made. But we're going to move right along, and we still have 16 scribes. So, any other news or anything you had to get into, Payne, before we get into the nitty-gritty?
Because of situations with this poet, I would like for them to be first so we can get them out the way.
Okay.
And, because they got some stuff.
Okay. So what will happen is because some things happen and some people wasn't able to make it, so we had to make some adjustments. So Payne, you can run
Pansy's
the
here.
order. Yeah, I know that.
All right. Yeah.
But you can
All right.
you can run the order, or you can send them up, and I'll take care of the all of the math and the scores and all of that.
All right.
All right.
All right. One more piece of business.
Okay.
Before we start this competition, I would just like to get a word, maybe a word of encouragement to the competitors, being that he's had the full experience of the competition, and he is judging
The preliminaries.
Ladies and gentlemen, our judge for this portion of the competition, the Griot himself, Mr. Geronimo Tat.
Y'all already know that y'all fired. That's why y'all here. So that's not even a question. The question of this competition, it really comes down to how much do you dedicate yourself? How much do you focus on setting out and achieving a goal that's set forth in front of you, stretching your pen, using your creativity to take unique approaches to subject matter, making sure that you hit the areas of what's necessary. And tonight y'all get to bring y'all regular fire. So I'm looking forward to it. Don't be overwhelmed. It's Saturday to Saturday, so you get a week to prepare. If I'm going to give any tips, is think about your piece before you write it. Like, wholeheartedly, think about what it is that you want to talk about and how you're going to approach the task at hand. So, yeah.
That's
good
dope.
luck to everybody.
That's dope. That's inside info from somebody that went through the whole process. So, take those jewels and really apply them. But with that being said, man, I'm excited, man. The Grand Griot is back, bro, and I'm a little bit excited, man. And I want to get this thing started. So we got 16 scribes to get to, and we're gonna run that order. So Payne, once you, I'll just you got the list, right?
I got most of it to memory. You could text me the list if you want, but I have most of the list to memory. I want to say this also.
Okay.
There's ears and eyes everywhere. Do not plagiarize. Make sure it's your shit. You spit it, because we had a situation last year, Grand Griot, where somebody kind of tried to bend the rules and got called out on it, and they got exposed, and it was embarrassing. There's people listening. There's people that's always watching. And they're going to tell us if you out here biting. So I want to say that. And if you ready, I'm ready.
I'm ready. Oh, yeah, to make the other disclaimer as well, that we're not doing no beef pieces. Don't do no pieces going at nobody personally. This is a poetry competition. Furthermore, a poetry competition is trying to really harp in on the idea of unity, community, so we don't want to go at each other. This is a writing competition. So all of you guys have the ability to write very well, so write with integrity, and let's just keep it poetry, and no diss pieces. So with that being said, there's no censorship. You can curse, you can do all that, but no going at nobody. All right. So if all is ready and everything is in place, Payne, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So let me get the first name coming up to the list, bro. This is it.
Let's start this off in a dope way. Dope female.
Let's bring dope female on up to the stage. How you doing, Queen?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Okay. The stage is yours.
So let me get this right. You said that loving me was easy. The nigga love should have brought your ass home last night. What could you possibly know about love? You see, I was stamped with the initials SSG. Now those were the letters that shaped me into the bitch that stands before you. See, I was born August 13th. Somewhere around, let's just say 8:53, and I made an impression before I pressed in. One breath and I inhale. Shit. The doctors knew then I was gonna be hell because I bust into this bitch standing on both my feet. And y'all know she her daddy's child. And I think I heard that shit about 50 times, and as if each time was the first time I held my head up. And I stuck my fucking chest out, and baby, I smiled. Cause you see, I was my daddy's sweet. And you fuck around if you want to, and he'll make you a casualty over me. Or so I believed. In his eyes, I could do no wrong. You see, I was my daddy's sweet little love song. Y'all, this man's voice was nothing short of a melodic sound. Shit. He was his shit. You fuck around, you'll start grooving to his shit. Voice was so melodic, he could calm the rowdiest bitch down. You see, he had the body of a Greek god. And he was the only man that could stand before me and have my heart. And I never wanted to disappoint him, so I tried my fucking best to be just like him. Even if it meant denying myself for him until one day, shit got real, real. You see, he decided he was gonna hang with some niggas that wanted to steal, and every man was for himself except that man that was shot to death, flashing. Lies was what I saw when they handcuffed my daddy and threw his black ass in the back of a DeKalb County cop car. Looking out as I looked in, wishing time could begin again. You see, what a tangle where we weave and we conspire to deceive and fuck over our responsibilities. And you see, he never knew that when he woke up, he'd fuck up and he'd get locked up. Now, shame to look up. And the realities of his daughter's life is a fantasy. Another day facing the same old shit. A black man gone and a daughter left all alone. I'm sitting here rewriting this fucked up ass love song. Daddy, did you tell him? Did you tell him that every time I looked in my eyes, I saw your lies staring back at me? Did you tell him, Daddy? Did you tell him though I knew the truth, I still covered you because I loved you, and that's what a daddy-daughter do. Daddy, did you tell him? Did you tell him that night I sat by the phone hoping that the next call was you saying, sweet, it's your daddy, and I'm on my way home? Did you tell him, Daddy? Did you tell him that when they came for you, they fucked over my life too? Because I'm the flesh of your flesh, the air that you breathe, the line of your life back on August 13th. Daddy, did you tell him? Nah, fuck that. I think I just did. So let me get this right. You said that loving me was easy. Shit, love should have brought you home last night. What could you possibly know about love?
Okay. Okay. Uh very very emphatic piece. One of the pieces we've definitely know from you. I thought the delivery was okay. The content was right there. I'm gonna give you a 7.2. Geronimo Tack.
Yeah, just like Black said, this is a piece I'm familiar with. I think it was a great choice to introduce yourself to the competition, um, and to your competitors, and to judges as if you didn't know us already. So this will be a phenomenal piece for that. I think it was a good performance. You didn't use a lot of poetic devices in the piece, but I wouldn't technically hold that against you because sometimes in my style, I know that I don't use all the poetic devices as necessary to me. The storytelling was pretty cool too. Um, all said and done, I think I'll give you an 8.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we get you.
Yeah, this is one of your signature pieces, dope. And I appreciate the pacing of the storytelling in this piece, and I always appreciate your intensity in your delivery. Uh, I'm gonna second Geronimo on that 8, and I'm gonna wish you good luck.
Thank you, dope female.
Thank you.
We're gonna tally your score up, and you'll know by the end of the night where you lie in these preliminary rounds. Okay. All right, Paint. Who you got next on the list?
Next on the mic is Unconditional.
Let's bring Unconditional on up to the stage. How you doing, Unconditional?
Buenas noches. I'm doing great.
All right, all right, all right. So the stage is yours, Queen.
This is how everything, it all started. Blood vessels, pressure, burst pipes. From tragic nights, days at the hospital turn into miracles and magic. Promises made to the Most High. Let me help myself back to health, dominator, when within. Silence the 6 neutrons, the 6 protons, the 6 electrons activated. The ice mind, DNA, RNA, DNT molecule, 1444 DNA frequency, God eternal within the body, the flesh, a body. Our body is designed so beautifully. Our circulatory system is so beautifully designed. This vast journey of blood vessels, arteries, veins, capillaries is over 60,000 miles long. 60,000 miles long. It's so long to 60 around the world, more than twice. Blood vessels be moving and flowing through the pipes of the blood vessels. Our blood pumping through our body, traveling 3 feet per second. Our blood cell pipes being moving, flowing through the pressure, our entire body. In about 1 minute, as this marvelous blood pipes is so divine, as the incredible velocity of the blood pumping through our veins. This divine blood circulates the oxygen and removes the carbon dioxide. This divine blood through pipes of pressure, they provide cell within the nutrients, the cells. This divine circulation removes the waste product of metabolism, excretion, organs for disposal. This divine circulatory flow of blood protects the body against disease and infections, and this divine circulatory flow of blood comes in different shades of the color red. What is my fascination with the sacred divine circulatory system? It connects me to the human heart, the blood, the vessels, the blood. They're part of the hidden divine covered by our vertebrae. It took me to realize that the service to myself, the sacred body, one day with so much poison and hiding, numbing, and escaping, led my nervous system, which is connected to my circulatory system, to literally shut my nervous system due to stress, anxiety, overthinking. Pressure burst the pipes of my blood vessels into a rare disease called vasculitis. Overthinking, stressing will kill you. Trust me, we know. And by the divine design of the placebo effect, we heal ourselves and we are walking miracles. Yeah, our body, epigenetic, teaches us that we can heal and regenerate back to health. We are supernatural. Divine source creator, primordial source, here available. Time to remember. Pressure burst pipes. Healed. One activator, nine redeemer. Poem.
Okay, okay. This piece right here was very informative. The accompaniment of the music, I think it elevated it. I think it definitely elevated this piece. As far as the delivery is concerned, I caught a couple of stumbles. There was a couple of stumbles there, maybe a little rushed at times. But overall, I thought you did a pretty good job. And like I said, the music accompaniment was, I think it really elevated it. I'm gonna give you a 7.4. Geronimo.
Yeah, the music. The first thing I took note is that the music wasn't overpowering, and that's cool. That's not against you. There's a way to be in tune with the music more so, and the poet that I think of that has such a knack for being cohesive with the music would be someone like Mojave, if you're familiar with him. But the music was a great touch for the background. It kind of set a different pace for such a scientific and informative piece. So I think it was very unique. I almost thought you were going too long before you made your point, but when you made your point, the payoff was there. So it was the right amount of time, and the impact was there. I enjoyed this piece. I'll say I give you an 8.2. That's an 8.2.
8.2. Okay. Mr. Written in Pain.
Unconditional, I'm a fan of your work, and I really do think that you're a good writer. This piece was indeed informative. However, I think there was I don't want to say an entertainment element lacking, but this piece kind of it got in places where it kind of got dull to me. Um, and that's just my personal preference, but I always give the advice that when you do lengthy pieces, that you have to make sure your delivery is engaging and that the content is ultra engaging, because people in long pieces, people tend to phase out and phase in sometime, and you got to be aware of that. I'm gonna give this a flat 7, and I'm gonna wish you luck. Unconditional. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Unconditional. We will let you know what's going on by the end of the night. Okay, Pain. Who we got next on the list?
Let's get a little testosterone.
A little testosterone is only a little bit.
I know.
It's only a little bit.
Man, shout out to the brothers who stepped up and auditioned this season, man, because the ladies was ferocious.
Facts.
But yeah, let's get a little testosterone up here. Pretty provocative poet. Let's go.
All right, let's bring Pretty Provocative Poet on up to the stage. What's going on, Pretty Provocative?
Yo, I'm good, man. How you guys doing?
Ah, man, doing well, my brother. You have the stage. The stage is yours. Begin anytime you wish, brother.
So you want to be a poet? Well, listen. Don't you dare joke with this gifting. This is one of the only arts left living. It will make you do time unforgiving. See, poetry can become a prison, one I've been in for too many years without a care for extradition, a heavenly place for deeper thinking. Do you believe God has given you words of wisdom? Do you have a systematic approach to composition? Are you driven to emote a feeling? Do you even know what it takes to memorize something you've written, for slam spitting, to birth words so so different than your competition for the sole purpose of urgent winning and spinning similes while twisting imagery loaded men, women. Sure, you have a vision, but are you really a poet? Conditioned? Have you ever auditioned in a dark building? How many open mics have you been in? Are you really killing or just killing time? Are you one of a kind or kind of a puppet with poems redundant? The art of poetry, do you love it? Breathe it, need it, conceive it, grieve it when you can't speak it? Or is it a subtle secret? Dumped in stripped silence fronted? Do you discuss it daily with friends or cousins? Do you have poems in the hundreds? Or is it just some fortune and fame you've hunted, stunted by the stars that blind you? Let me remind you, to be a poet, it takes late nights and writing great. Penmanship takes turning words into movies, wait. It takes turning lines into lakes, wait. It takes turning lyrics into landscapes. See, what a man makes is important. A legacy you'll leave after the coffin. So caution, be careful what you say you want today. This is art. And deep inside your heart, you know it. So ask yourself this question now. Do you really desire to be a poet?
Okay. Okay, poet. This piece right here, placement is everything. This was right, like a blast right in your face. I thought this was.
Wake up.
I thought this was very well written. I thought this was very well written, and I thought it was very well performed. The sentiment of this, it was inspiring. It's Poetry Month. I'm in my poetry vibe. I thought this was dope. I'm going to give you an 8.6 PPP. Geronimo.
Yeah, that was powerful delivery. That was a powerful delivery. It was instead of a full push, a full gust, it was like short and impactful forces of strength. That that's what I felt from the cadence. It was a great write. Showed proof that you're experienced. You're experienced in slamming, performing under pressure. Like you could see all that. And I appreciate the knowing how to end a poem. You gave it some brevity with that question at the end. It gives it some brevity, and you either take the audience breath away or you give them some breath, but you don't leave them stagnant. And you did just that. This is a 9 for me. This is a 9.
Okay, a 9. Mr. Written in Pain.
So like I always say week to week on Iron Sharp Iron, delivery is that extra spice. It's the sauce. And this is how you perform. Listen, we can't see each other in this space. When you slam, when you perform, you're able to use your body. You're able to do things that people can see to captivate. But on this application, you got to do other things to be engaging. And that's what this brother just did. This brother just basically gave you a 101 on how to perform in this digital space. I second Geronimo's 9. Good job, pretty provocative. Good luck.
Okay, my brother, we'll let you know by the end of the night what's your standing. Oh, we setting it off nice. Okay. Setting it off nice. All right. Who we got next, bro?
Let's take it to Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. You know how I get. Well, no, I'm a judge. I can't get like that for Brooklyn.
Relax.
Yes. Brooklyn.
You
gotta
heard
relax.
his voice though. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Oh, he was
Gotta relax.
That's Brooklyn.
Gotta
Yes.
relax, bro.
From
Take it down a
Brooklyn.
notch.
From Brooklyn.
Okay. This person is from Brooklyn. That doesn't matter right now, right?
No, it don't.
Say yes.
Yes.
Next on the mic is One Soul.
Let's bring Neo Soul on up to the stage. What's going on, Neo Soul?
What's going on? I am chilling, having a Nice, relaxing Saturday. Preparing to go against you, Poetic Black, as always.
Oh, most deaf, most deaf, most deaf. All right. You put your hat in the ring. It's your time. The stage is yours, Queen.
Okay. I'm going to do this for my brothers. This is for you. The one who has been beaten, mistreated, lied to, and confused. This is for you. The one who fears for his life, prays while he fights, learns lessons through life, and smiles even though things ain't all right. This is for you. One whose image has been tainted, fantasies been painted, character assassinated, and whose soul's been reincarnated. This is for you. One who goes for what he needs, does his good deeds, comprehends what he reads, and too proud to plead on his knees. This is for you. One who should know his natural place, stop competing in this race. Chalk lines are left to be traced because a pale mind chumps your brown face. This is for you. The one who's been hated, manipulated, genetically castrated, and whose image is rarely celebrated. This is for you. One who grew up without a father, said, fuck it, why bother? He lives up the block, yet won't try harder. I'm thirsty for his love and not water. This is for you. One who watched his mama sweat, took notes so he didn't forget what it took to get him where he went. Oh, yes, college money well spent. This is for you. One who fathered civilizations that spread across many nations while his children turned to disgrace. And this is for you. One who idolizes the media, researches his history through Wikipedia, thinks he knows everything yet never picked up an encyclopedia. This is for you. The one who created science, math, and history, whose story is all a mystery, to a people without a validated history. This is for you. The one who sags his pants to the ground, who looks more lost than he does found, and whose voice has no sound, cause this is for you. One who respects his baby mama because she gave him all his children, but uses bait to gain women like fish. He is real, and this is for you. One who fought in the 60s because he was sick of protesting in the 50s, saying overcoming is a bitch be. This is for you. One who likes them bright and all right, yet his mama is looking like midnight, so it doesn't sit with him right if her looks are not pleasing his sights. This is for you. One who thinks he has it all from his rise down to his fall, yet denying his ancestors' cause. This is for you. One who feels he has something to prove to the world because he's less boy than he is girl. Taking Erica places while forgetting about Earl. This is for you. One who thinks to know who he is, yet can't recall what he did. And when you're serious, he wants the kid because in his lockdown mind, adolescence is as long as bid. This is for you. You see, I'm reciting this because I care. As I see y'all in despair, they started killing you all off as they see it being fair. Let's keep them all in check since they act like savages and beasts. First we string them, bling them on the neck and then tie them at the feet. You see, all they want is the money and only concerned about the bitches. Holding blocks down corner to corner, never really obtaining any riches. The black man is sad and he thinks he has it good. From the stockbroker on Wall Street to you niggas out in the hood. He's too dumb to understand that the world doesn't want him here. No matter how many suits and ties you place on him, the world sees him as their biggest fear. He's gone from the epitome of perfection to something lower than dirt. They say he commits violence on his own, and that's what truly hurts. He was elevated, then degraded, regulated, then segregated. Never can be duplicated, so everybody grew to hate him. He is your doctors, your teachers, your scholars, your preachers, your lower frequency beings, and your higher knowledge seekers. He is the man you say you love, the one you married anyway. The one whom you made your baby daddy, and according to you, the one who'll never stay. He is the roster of the islands and the aboriginal from down under. He is the one who can make it rain and the God who can make it thunder. He is a healer in his own way, bringing solace where there's unrest. He has answer to all your questions since his life is one big test. He has to keep a cool demeanor, especially with those in power. Time is truly of the essence because at this time, he is the man of the hour. They brought us back to 65 because they cannot hide it any longer. So we come back to them in peace since our unity is stronger. I know it's tough to make happen, but we must let them show their colors and let love heal the world since we all need each other. This is for you, you, and you, the one who lost your faith. And this is for you, you, and you, the one who has no problem stepping up to the plate. The time is now for our men to shine their light upon the world. Realize we are people of the sun. Shine your light upon this world. They say we are battling two wolves inside us, which in itself is a great danger. One is cloaked in purity and good, while the other wallows in jealousy and anger. One is about love, respect, care, and unlimited good deeds, while the other is filled with lust, deceit, lies, and an overabundance of greed. Who you feed more determines the victor of it all. So be careful what you eat and stand up before you fall. This is for you, you, and you. It can get no more clearer than this. So this is for you, you, and you, the great ones, and one of God's most precious gifts. Thank you.
Okay. Wow. Very thought-provoking piece. Very thought-provoking piece. I thought this piece, it definitely had its moments. It definitely had its moments. Me personally, I think it ran a little bit too long. A little bit too long. But you managed to keep me engaged the entire time. So the content was definitely on point. I'm going to give you a 8.8, Neo Soul. Geronimo Tap.
This is like an open letter. You're empowering and showing the addressee that open letter that you see them. You straighten the crowns with this piece. I wondered if the refrain got too long and mundane, but the delivery got strong after the refrain, and it was a couple of stumbles. You kind of was out of breath, but that comes when you're more comfortable with the piece and you understand that cadence and when to take that breath in and out. Just something to think about moving forward when we get into those real complicated rhyme patterns, and how are we going to perform this, especially in the competition world where you're on stage and your heart beating a little fast. But all in all, I'm a dub that. I'm gonna say an 8.8.
All right. 8.8. Mr. Written in Pain.
Neil, I like this piece. I especially like your delivery of the piece. Outside of that run you did with the "This is for," I do agree with Geronimo that maybe the refrain was too often. I don't know. Um, I was feeling that way listening to the piece. However, the content and the sentiment of the piece is dope. Um, your delivery of the piece was dope as well, because this was a lengthy piece, and it's not like I got bored listening to the piece. Like I stated earlier, delivery is everything when you're doing a piece that's kind of lengthy. So with that said, I'm gonna give this an 8.5.
8.5. Thank you, Neo Soul. We'll let you know by the end of the
Neo
night
Soul,
you're standing.
good luck in it.
Okay. Who we got next, Paint?
Next on the mic, we're gonna bring up Mahogany Soul.
Oh, let's bring up Mahogany Soul to the stage. What's going on with you, Mahogany?
Hello.
Hello.
I am excited.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm loving the excitement. Okay, Queen, the
Yeah.
stage is yours.
Okay. All right. Thank you. This piece is called The Stone's Throw to No Diddy. To the many constituents of my social media city, I don't want to hear shit else about Diddy. It hits me as a sort of self-hate how y'all seem to relegate the state of this situation to someone y'all get to direct to damnation. Got hands full of stones aimed at Diddy's jet and yet somehow confounded by the diddler in your own hometown. Check them red dots on that app for pedophiles in a dark room near you, a distracted hand away from your kid too. Every Diddy needs accountability. Even the womanizers, even the ones being protected by them familial defenses, and the ones luring men into predatory sex under false pretenses, ones you'll never hear mention it for the fear of the leers and sneers of the young Meek Mill's treatment. Another young boy from a city too poor to pay his bills, like you haven't heard stories of children who make backroom deals to bring their family some home cooked meals. But if he tell, well, look what y'all did to Meek Mills. Miss me with these well illustrated Diddy journalistic entries. I am not intrigued. Nothing he said ain't been said since before Kim Porter was dead. Rest in peace. And the book was made. Y'all say what y'all say, like you own the right. Like y'all wouldn't kill for a Diddy deal if he lied and said your secret was safe one life changing night. If your wild ways wouldn't see the light of day, a lot of y'all would take that. And that's not at all to call anybody gay. I'm just saying, I wonder if y'all would guffaw all the same if y'all knew what it was like to be stuck between a rock star and a hard place, or if it was your brother or your child. A lot of y'all wouldn't be blasting that hot take so loud. Check your mouth. Check yourself. Better yet, check your own chin. It may not be all that solid. It ain't just been hit like that hard in a minute. Don't you talk to me about Diddy. Talk to me about the Congo. Talk to me about banned books and banished black ideas and land deals and the sovereignty it's going to take to give up these buck breaking ideals. I feel sorry for us. We all found a way to turn our pain into weapons, like a two-sided blade don't cut both ways. So I say, miss me with your exposés on Diddy. Another castrated black man, y'all made a role model. Now y'all sneer and snicker at the downfall of your false idols. Like a quick change of mind can't change this to a conversation about the looting of the power of strong, sovereign young black youth. This ain't new. He that controls the body, the mind, he controls. As above in the head and the body, so below. It's a lack of safe spaces that brought us here. Laughing at the exposed while those Diddy bros continue to make flesh peddling deals. Pointing one finger at him means three are pointing back at you. So I'm not interested in what you have to say. I'm trying to see what you are going to do. Spewing dirt to stay relevant says a lot about your views, but that's a you problem that's turning into an us problem. And we don't got to take that. Take that. Like I said, check your ways. It's a beautiful day for you to break some chains.
Okay. Okay, Mahogany Soul. This piece was bold. This piece was what what you think when you mean thought provoking. You know, this was an in your face, and a matter of fact, you know, hypocritical poem. I really dug this. I really dug this. So many different points you made in this piece. I thought overall you did a great job. There was a couple of, I wouldn't call them slip ups, but stutter steps. But it didn't affect the delivery of this piece. I'm gonna give you a 9.5. Geronimo Tap.
Poetic Black, I know when you passed the mic to me just now, you knew that this was my type of piece. Know that this is my type of piece.
Most definite.
She has a voice for poetry. Not scared to call out, standing on 10 toes, giving that admonishment while being witty. You know, you saying the opinion that's not often said. I think it was phenomenal, right? I'm gonna do this like Juvenile. We're gonna do this in '99.
Nine on the 9-9.
Yeah.
This goes out to the 9-9s and 2000s. Mr. Written and Paid.
Oh man, I enjoyed this piece. It was entertaining to me. The subject matter was entertaining to me. I think about that a lot. Just getting tired of talking about Diddy and the Diddy conversation. And your delivery of the piece was very matter of fact, which I thought went well with the piece. I'm gonna give you a 9.1.
Okay, 9.1. Okay, Queen Mahogany Soul will let you know what's going on by the end of the evening. All right, Mr. Written in Pain. You're doing, I want to tell you this, man. You're doing a really good job of, getting people in order and everything. It's not like iron sharp as iron when you be falling asleep and
This
all
is serious.
that.
We're not on iron sharp as iron, bro.
I mean,
This is not
technically
iron
we
sharp as
are.
iron. This is different. This is different, Griot.
Technically
It's
we
different.
are.
It's different. It's levels.
It's definitely
Okay?
levels. It's definitely levels. All right, my
Right.
brother.
I pulled out my high grade for this. I'm not gonna smoke the Reggie when we do iron. This is different. I pulled out
Oh,
the
you blow
other
the
shit.
Reggie for the iron, and you pull it
Yeah,
high.
man, keep it because I gotta stay focused. You know what I'm saying? People be shouting me out when I don't come off mute fast enough, so I gotta smoke the Reggie. Send me. I probably said too much. Edit all that out. Edit all this
All
out.
right,
All
man.
right. We know we trying to get sponsored. Edit
Who,
all this.
who we got next on the mic, bro?
Speaking of said issues, next on the mic is the pot companion.
The pot companion. Let's bring the brother on up to the stage. All right, there we go. How you doing, pot companion?
That's not pot companion. All right,
Oh,
hold on. All right.
there we
We
go.
good.
How you doing, pot companion?
Hey man,
All right.
hey guys, can you hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you well. Okay, brother. The stage is yours.
Alarms ringing in the dark. What is the whole act of listening? Is the response to what is heard included, or does it end in an abstraction, pulled away from the present into our minds and internalized in our psyche, exponentially dissociating with each compounded contextualization, alarms ringing in the dark? Transformed in amplitude and frequency by electrochemical reactions modulated by linguistic syntax, attempting to interface with a biological prediction machine through an assembly of suggestive algorithms, employing libraries of contradictions compiled by a subconscious, recursive, reoccurring since the start, since the commencement of a beating heart, of a pulsing being, free to interpret what he sees, what he hears, alarms ringing in the dark, signals of signals of disorders and discomforts born to maintain symbolic orders and comforts, contorting skeletons of identity into unnatural postures, unable to walk free to greener pastures of possibilities, twisted and knotted around black magic trees, transmitted through black mirror screens, infecting your dreams, the ones you have when you wake up, not when you go to sleep, by defining the relationship you have with yourself in the present. The gift of life being ripped to shreds by a desperate unraveling to get to the product, not recognizing the product is an experience of the packaging, the way one perceives specificities and manifests realities, but there is a foundation to our differentiated insanities, and it's fractalizing into alarms ringing in the dark, amplified in enclosed spaces, echo chambers, vibrating resonantly with base energies, breaking through personal boundaries, making cracks in the frameworks of allowances we give to each other to think as we will and to act until we choose to exclude and to intellectualize excuse, because it's characteristic in the way we form, in a way not to drown in the exospheres collected in knots, knitted into us since the day we were born, into how we were born. Because to come alive, you have to cry. So what will it take to survive? Alarms ringing in the dark. When did they start? How far do they go back? Did they begin with the words, manifested from mind through how we intertwine stories into rocks and trees to place me's in the center of lived realities, imaginary, separate from the physical landscapes holding us together, mind polluted and growing hotter, burning with the friction of being together in dishonesty, getting more difficult to ignore like these alarms ringing in the dark? Can you not hear? Sometimes they sound like rain when it seems unwilling to stop, even after everyone begs for the blessing to end, watching their lives wash away. And sometimes they sound like illegal mining contracts, eroding livelihoods and displaced families that wander soundless in the borders of our collective conscience. And sometimes they sound like formal attire in excessively conditioned air, dictating the availability of happiness in terms of efficiency, GDP, ROI. And sometimes they sound like electronic dance music, restless jaws and good vibes only t-shirts, stains with attempts to forget. And sometimes they sound like gray hairs framing weathered chins, spouting ignorance with a surety absent of self-reflection despite the years given to do so. And sometimes they sound like barking dogs and preaching priests in the lies of your childhood that combine like Frankenstein boogeymen and occupy the corners of your mind you can no longer look at. And sometimes they sound like unquestioning obedience to authority and singular identities formed within rigid social contracts of order, maintained by paper praises given in support to malleable metal masks with painted smiles hiding twisted minds, housing Machiavellian dreams. Because sometimes they sound like beautiful promises made by populist politicians wielding symbols of devotion like batons in the hands of sanctioned thugs let loose on those imagining differently, or like torches of fire in the hands of roaming mobs swollen with justifications inflamed by a bloodlust that can only be quenched by desecrated homes and bodies, buried in coffins of screams draped with the curses of mothers. Because right now they sound like children being born in an open air prison whose songs are cut short again and again by gods who wish to paint them deserving of genocide in a backdrop of talking heads claiming righteousness, refining it abstractly in their minds to dissociate themselves from the truth of their actions as they echo empty words like democracy, individuality, progress, and God, which pass through muddied with it, which pass through muddied in a continuous feedback loop with too much reverb and reverence. You may think them something else if you don't pay attention, for they sound like the dying screams of your soul in the back of your brain as it's buried under calcifying compromises and nuggets of stillborn truths, not given a chance for life in a world overly complex, a society systematically deceitful, and an individual broken in as part of their education. Alarms ringing in the dark. What is the whole act of listening? Is the response to what is heard included, or does it end in this abstraction? Alarms ringing in the dark. Can you hear them, or will you turn them into another dog's bark?
Okay, okay, pot companion. Very, very thought provoking piece. Very thought provoking piece. I believe it ran a little too long. However, I remained engaged. The refrain of the ringing, the alarms ringing. I thought this was dope. Overall, I thought you did a good job. You slipped up a couple of times, or you paused you stopped a couple of times, but I don't think it really messed up the flow of things. And what I really appreciated what you did in the beginning, you cleaned the palette. You took a brief silence to get the judges engaged into you, and I thought that was dope. I'm gonna give you an 8.6, pot companion. Geronimo Tap.
Yeah, you have a distinguished poetic voice, right? Um, and it gives the air of scholarly poetry, like you might have studied literary arts. This piece here, the first half, I can see this being passed down through through generations, and I think of griotry when I think of that. When I think of a right that could be something, a heirloom, um, passed on to your offsprings and used as a piece of wisdom specifically for your household. And this piece kind of it sounded like if "Behold a Pale Horse" was a poem, or something by George Orwell or Isaac. It's just um, I wanted to listen to this on an audio book with a glass of wine and a tinfoil hat at the same time, and I think that's dope. Um, I'm gonna go 8.7. 8.7.
98.7. Mr. Written in Pain.
Uh, am I active? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. When this piece started, I was engaged because Pod Companion, you're a good writer. Um, I like your usage of the language. I like how you use your vocabulary, and I like the subject matter of this piece. I agree with Poetic Black that this piece ran a little long. And when I say that, because people kind of get that confused, there's no time limit stated about a particular piece, unless unless the piece is timed. But in a situation like this, it kind of just goes back to what I said earlier about your delivery of the piece was kind of monotone. It felt like you were reading, and we gotta always make a distinction between the pieces that we write for the page and the pieces that we're gonna perform. Um, I think the performance aspect of this is kind of gonna be the challenging part. Um, I'm gonna give you a 7.5.
Okay, 7.5.
And I wish you good luck in this competition.
All right, Pot Companion, we'll let you know by the end of the evening your standings. Thank you so much. All right, Payne, who we got next?
Next on the mic is Poetic Genius.
Okay, let's bring up Poetic Genius to the stage. What's going on, Poetic Genius?
Hey, what's up?
All right, my brother. The stage is yours, King.
Bound to an enterprise beyond our reach. America the kingdom, we're blacked out of a piece. Kept all the wealth and promised us peace, but put blocks at our feet. This is why they owe us. This cotton got me dressed in the fabric of their lives. Still hear my grandfather's cries. Stories of how they would divide and conquer. Broke my family's backs in wealth, and well, we still feel the hunger. Built this country from the south up and west out. They count their blessings while we're left out. Enslaved us, freed us, enslaved us new. Gave our fathers prison blues. Give us dead sons, give our mothers heartache to this day. Fear wondering why the system's set up this way. Still overworked and underpaid. $120 billion trade. Gave us alcoholism to wash away the pain. Red wine on t-shirts, memories of blood stains. Lost ancestors don't know where the remains. Birthplace of the crime scene, I still remain. Kept our promised land and told me this is the promised land. Still empty hands, but we demand reparations. This is how they pay us. Systematic equality across the board. Our skin the price for racism no more. Protect our women against death giving birth. Find out the loss to each family's worth. They know the percentage. Check our lineage and send out checks for every neck they put in nooses. For every provider they erase from the family base. Look at the wealth made from cotton as the base and pay. Freedom ain't never been free for us. Egregious. They act like they don't see us. We were cargo they never paid for. This country we slaved for and they just made more. Give our families cushions to save more. Their generational wealth still in the hands of masters. If they benefited from our lives as stock, tax them and everyone that backs them. Everything silver ain't platinum, and our gold gon' glitter. Can't put a price on our soul, but our bodies were sold, and they should pay for that. Never should have gotten this treatment sheep get. Never again be seen as three-fifths. Government needs to be the accountant and the accountable. Reconciliation is truly insurmountable. Sent out checks for the pandemic, send out checks for our financial sickness, the once captured, living fractures, given fractions of our worth. 157 years too long to be patient. Support HR 40 and band together our representation. Long live our freedom and give us reparations. Pay up. And 40 acres and a mule ain't enough.
Wow. Wow. Very emphatic poem. Very emphatic poem. I love poetry like this. You know, talking about the facts. And in this poem, you brought out the math. You know what I'm saying? You just brought out the layout. How we gonna do it? You know, you saying, oh, you can't do it. Well, this is where you can do it. I thought this was phenomenal. Content alone makes this a high scoring piece for me. And you delivered it and you executed it very well. The poetic genius, I'm gonna give you a 9.3. Geronimo Tat.
Um, this was great content, great spirit. Uh, the rhymes at the beginning was a bit elementary for me at the beginning. Um, it almost sounds like it was written by two different people or at two different times, but I really appreciate how it picked up in a halfway point, uh, in a phenomenal taper at the end to brevity. Um, I'll give this an 8.8.
8.8. Mr. Written in Pain.
You always gonna get black with content. And I did appreciate the content in this piece. I also appreciated your delivery. Like, you know, it was forthwith, and I appreciated the confidence in your delivery. Again, gotta agree with Geronimo. I felt like you could have worked a little harder on the rhyme schemes. I felt like you could have worked on the rhyme schemes throughout the piece just a little more, man. And I know that that's there. I think the rhyme schemes were a bit elementary. With that said, I'm gonna give this an 8.2.
8.2.
Boy, the genius. Good luck in this competition, my brother.
We'll
All
let
right,
you know by the
appreciate
end of
y'all.
the evening what's your standings, my brother. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Listen, Black. Listen, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody with an Afro pick with the fist and the black glove. All right, chill out.
Yeah, funny guy. You're a funny guy. Real funny guy. But let's do one more before we get to the intermission. That'll be the halfway point.
Next on the mic is Sierra.
Let's bring Sierra on up to the stage. How you doing, Sierra?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you guys?
All right, I'm doing great, doing great. The stage, the stage is yours, Queen.
All right, here we go. I watched as the wealthy became more stable. I know I'm able to watch the world be disabled by cords not giving light, but shocking those to keep them from feeling their light. That's might. That's might. So on sight, the lightning bolts have to start flying out the sky to help us to see we are stars. But the spars of this planet have the people losing bars because I is not the phone they use. Low battery, the flattery of those to take others' juices, knowing that they can't recharge if they don't gas themselves up. So they become stationary when they're extraordinary, revolutionary, but the world can make you feel like you have to be in a missionary position, no matter how much you pray. It's like you're prayed on time and time again. with endless snakes. When you keep yelling, you're not naive, you're conceived by ribs, but knowing the taste of that type of meat you should seek will have them label you as expired. But you're required to use your voice. Let the scars fall. Your circle of life is survival, revival. You're a cross with a DNA that can never be genetically identified. You're overqualified. I notified your G inside. Don't be silent no more. Those words are for dicks. You are not a nary. You carry the truths of this world. So when they don't show you those artifacts, tell them your hue is not of a man. That's why only the G's can see the pot of gold, because what we rain has bows taking out clouds who wants us to have a cloudy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. It's my sisters, Acts of Two. That mist has fragrances of fathers. We are spotters for our men. We demand that we are respected. If we climb, we both will reach our peaks. The streaks of God's people. We will never be enslaved. You can say pay up, but bills missed, landing us in the streets is just sweets that I'm working on when my brothers and sisters can't be strong. We belong no matter what you do. I don't care if you don't add. And I don't care if you don't see what I see. If I don't add to what you address, my two lines are equal. Your double lines are double standard. I'm not double dutching with you. I know when to jump the line. My brother Chris Cross taught you. Mimic trying to mime because your words are of actors scripted. Cons are trees like this country when it comes to peace. Why should we be bombed for your greed? Arguing with other souls because you want to eat more greens that are not of health, but filled with wealth? You are the cards you're dealt. Big jokers only win in spades. Aids to those who need help. It's not us, it's your mental health. Commonwealth, so you're not enriched? My people are hurting. These babies are feeling pain before defining it. You're underlining shit when your synthesis should be life. Cup these people. This shit ain't right. But still, we let this thing go out on site and we see everybody is not treated right and we still live our lives as if we don't have a power on the inside of us to change somebody's life. You see, I'm going to speak up. I'm going to use my own body to cover those that need some type of shelter. I'm no longer going to watch somebody bleed. I'm going to make sure I get the right covering to make sure they are covered, because I understand that even in the covers, when you sleep at night, it doesn't always cover you. Sometimes you have nightmares. Sometimes people are not there, but my dreams are of Joseph's. So I see the dreams of futures coming true. So I realize that when I'm attacked by a demon, I still will rise even when you hold me down real deep and tight. You see, I understand that we all have a dream. Martin Luther King always told us that there's coming of peace, coming of dreams, coming to reality. And I know you're trying to make us see other things because you don't want us to understand that we are something that needs to be read. I know time and time again, it's hard to look yourselves in the mirror because you can't see yourself more clearer. Reflections is hard when they're breaking your mirrors. Reflection is hard when you see everybody shattering, down, 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 always shattering, because now it's another explosion. Now there's another type of contention. Now there's a mention of things happening, even when they eclipse us. But how can they eclipse us when we're of light? Only light can be covered for just a couple amount of minutes. You heard them. We'll never stay in the dark. So I'm going to be the eclipse and hold my brothers and sisters tight with their light until it's time to show everyone in this world that light can never be put out, especially when we're not controlled by switches. Bitches. Boom.
Wow.
Sorry, guys. We got too serious. Sorry, put up your hands. But yeah.
Wow. All right, Sierra.
Yeah.
You got a way of doing this. You always do this. You come out all bubbly. You think it's gonna be like an airy piece, and you come and blow the lid off of things. I thought this was no exception. I thought your intensity, your energy was right on point for what this is, and I thought you executed. I'm giving you a 9.5. Geronimo Tap.
Gratitude.
I tried to pull a pain card. I forgot I'm a guest here. Hey, no, what was that? The door to your castle that you closed? I heard the door when you. when you started here. I was like, whoa, that was a big ass door. All right, no.
Yeah,
Okay.
my bad. It's my door. I was shut it.
All right, so this is a powerful piece, right? Nice wordplay. Love the internal rhyme pattern that you threw in there. Going from line to line, but yeah, you know what you're doing. This piece here says, "I'm here to compete." You know, you said some shit in here to feeling pain before getting a chance to define it. Reflections are hard when you're shattering mirrors, and you tapered off.
Yeah.
Like perfectly. This I'm gonna go 9.9 on this one.
Gratitude.
9.9, 9.9. Mr. Written in Pain.
Anybody that circumvents this place knows that I'm a delivery guy. If you're gonna get black with the black fist up in the air, you're gonna get me with delivery. Your energy is always, it's the energy that you just bring to your pieces. And then that double step you did, I can't remember the line now, but I clapped. I was just like, oh, this is fire. And just, man, your energy throughout this piece, because this too was a lengthy piece, but it didn't really feel like it because your energy stayed consistent throughout this piece. Yeah, I'm looking forward to you being in this competition. I'm a second black with that 9.5, and good luck, Sierra.
Gratitude. And I wanted to say that line was, my 2 lines are equal. Your double lines are double standard. I'm not double dutching with you. Because, you know, double line, double, yeah, but that's fine. It's cool.
Talk your
Fire.
shit. Talk your shit.
Thank you, Sierra. We'll let you know by the end of the night what's your standing. Okay. Now we can go into this intermission now. Who we got next on the mic when we come back so they can get prepared, Pain?
When we come back from intermission, it's Candy Baby.
All right. So we'll be right back after these messages.
Is the art of becoming a better person in public. I said that. Myself. With no help. I was wrong. Because while a lot of poets write about what's right, the way they live their life is wrong and causes harm to others. Dear poetry people, I don't respect the dope text in your verses if you're an amazing poet but a shitty person. And I'm far from perfect. The line between what's personal and what hurts. Never mind your writing, you need to edit your personality first. Personification don't mean you act like an asshole. You COVID in human form. And your fire rhyme schemes ain't no damn vaccine. Can't cross over when you're banned from the game. Kyrie, TV screen poets. Always thought page and stage were the same when it came to poetry. But as far as content of character, y'all some caricatures. Rather stanzas you slam or publish as literature. It's rare for poetry to have a frontier. I'd rather try to split a rock and write bloody at the watering hole. Because when the Poetry Foundation is made up of backstabbing perpetrators, following Caucasian academic agendas, pretenders who steal your intellectual property, then obviously at best, the audience is all deaf. Unless it's a digital platform, you either slam to find your purpose or have it pulled out of you. Come in with pieces and leave the scene broken, because apparently without buttons to help dress you up for consumption, you're left wide open, exposed to the poetic politics and harm. And right about now, I got serious qualms. I wouldn't believe your holy was hands-on even if you had Jesus's palms. Unity in the poetry community is more of a sitcom. I mean, ain't it funny how family only matters when it's jargon, so we use wage to barter, but nobody wants to be Malcolm in the middle of Harlem or Martin on a Memphis balcony, living for a single moment of historical alchemy. When your words and truth don't walk step by step during good times, you could be holding a full house and still lose from playing the game incorrect, then be... When your words and truth don't walk step by step, you could be holding a full house and still lose from playing the game incorrect, then be quick to betray your man and your girlfriends. Plus, when it comes to political issues, you just black-ish. The ancestors are disappointing in you, honestly. Your slam trophies need to be revoked like honorary Cosby degrees. I mean, I'm not saying I wish you died. I just hope you're reincarnated into a better version of yourself next time. Now let's get this shit out like an enema. Drastic. To me, poetry should be hip-hop classics and cinema. Whether you enter the dragon or 36 chambers, you're either waiting to die or ready to exhale, or ready to die and waiting to exhale. Because it's dark and hell is hot for boys in the hood, but classrooms become dead poet societies. So the criminal-minded die hard to produce rivalries, keeping them paid in full. But if I enter the stage speaking on higher learning, they try to silence me like Ghost or Machiavelli. So when it comes to the shining or the shining, it's both. Doesn't matter who's the man, it's already a rap when there's shots in your belly. It was written, and all my heroes are dead, so there's nothing you can tell me. And trust me, it's never all about writing to eat or writing for clout. So many crabs in the slam bucket, the only way you see food is to get out. Because at the end of the day, it goes far beyond wordplay, but playing games with your words can be lethal. And I will always love poetry, and I will always love people, but I think I've had enough of these poetry people.
Okay. All right, we're back. We're back from that intermission. Hope you guys enjoyed the entertainment thus far. Let's get right back into it, my brother. Coming to the stage. Let's give a warm welcome for Candy Baby. What's going on, Candy Baby?
Not much. How y'all doing this Saturday?
Okay, we're doing well, doing well. The stage is yours, Queen.
Okay, I'm doing an older piece, one of my signature pieces. A letter to Dr. Jupiter Hammond, Mr. Jupiter Hammond, and Phyllis Wheatley. Dear Mr. Hammond and Miss Wheatley, I learned about you on the playground in the middle of the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a hymn. I can't remember the words. How did that old song go? Oh, here it goes. Oh, say, can you see how oppression still affects me? No. I learned about you during history class in a book with images that didn't seem to reflect me. Grandma interjected and changed my trajectory. Introduced me to the works of unsung Black folks. Mr. Hammond, your address to Miss Wheatley hooked me like a crook, which led to the words that's written on this paper, so you know your influence on me. No, that can't be it. I learned about you in the face of colorism in my front yard. The little light-skinned girl screamed, "Stay out the sun, Blackie." So I ran in the house and looked at the skin I was in and cried, asking God to have mercy on me and make me the image of white-skinned boys and girls who were viewed as purer than I. No, that's not it. I learned about you through the separation of the accepted house Negroes who went to institutions and assimilated by trading baggy hip-hop clothes for suits and briefcases. Exchanged ebonics for phonics while they were assisting in creating laws that set the field Negroes up for institutions that chained them up and locked them up. They went from free labor to labor for pennies, an upgrade from the field. Oh man, that can't be it. I learned about you through muteness. You gave me poetry that showed me where my voice is. You shifted my focus. The house Negro as important as the field hand. Educational institutions are where we build armies of militants, each assigned a duty that solves the calls of Black excellence. The beats of our drums could be heard following the North Star when the house Negro and the field Negro move in solidarity. After all, this is our fight. Everyone else has to wait. We're not lost. We're growing our own crops, eradicating welfare, creating new Black Wall Streets. You inspired me to use my voice in the middle of the infamous racist taunt, "Go back to Africa, darky," and I yelled, "Set us free." country. That can't be it. That's only part of it, Mr. Hammond and Miss Wheatley. You groomed me. You helped me love each facet of my history. You mixed me 40% house, 40% field, and the other 20% is confused because Master uses field hands through music to murder, murder, kill, kill, shake something for a few dollar bills. Overseers once rode horses and hung strange fruit from trees. Now they pull us over in cars with blue and red flashing lights. Bullets pierce through bodies. Our voices are heard and muted in media industries. Our new auction block end. Integrity and morale is up for sale. I pray for our Black sons and daughters, but because of you, I won't let peace be still. That's not it either. This letter could go on forever, but Mr. Hammond and Miss Wheatley, we have a new hymn. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. And I promise with this pen and paper, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. My notepad is my Draco, and I'll remain lethal with this pen Glocky. No worries, your power is within me. You serve as more than my ancestors before. Paul, Langston, Francis, or Maya, it was you who gave me inspiration. I give homage to you because you're literary gods, and with this gift called poetry you gave me, I promise I will do nothing but make you proud. With love, your humble descendant. Candy baby.
Okay. Candy, I thought you did a remarkable job with this. One thing about this piece, I kinda like the attempt for the audio Broadway. In the beginning, you had me going. I believed you. Like, oh, she's stumbling, what's going on? That can't be it. And as the poem went along, I see that this was the refrain of the poem. And I wanted you to maintain that character throughout this piece like you didn't know. But overall, I thought you did a remarkable job with this piece. And content, information, thought-provoking. It was a history lesson. I'm giving you a 9.4. Geronimo Tat.
This is a stage-ready performance. I think Poetic Black and Pain used the term audio Broadway. I could see you as doing a one-woman show and this being one of your main fan favorite performances. It was a great use of the pauses when you were breaking the fourth wall of that with that refrain. Oh, that can't be it. Oh, got me every time. I enjoyed it each and every time. And that was an amazing tribute. And by the way, Phyllis Wheatley, she was 31 when she died, so she made history. You know, that was a phenomenal woman. So witty. I'm going to dub that. And I'm gonna give it a 9.4.
9.4. Okay. Mr. Written in Pain.
I dug the audio Broadway in this piece. Your delivery, I've watched you grow over the time you've been coming to Iron Sharpens Iron. I watched your delivery really get stronger. This piece was entertaining, and that is also part of what we do when we when we're trying to captivate people's attention, especially when we can't see them. That's an important element, and I always do that. So Candy Baby, good luck in this competition. It's an 8.8 for me, and thank you.
8.8. Okay, Candy Baby, thank you. We'll let you know by the end of the end of the evening where your standings are. Okay. Okay, Payne. Who we got next on the mic? Yeah. There we go. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Next on the mic is all right. Did you hear me tell you I need you to check that message I sent you?
All right, I'm gonna go check my messages.
Yeah. And next on the mic is Counter Pearl. Let's go.
Let's bring Kiana Pearl on up to the stage. How you doing, Kiana Pearl?
Hello, I'm doing good. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm great. How
All
are
right.
y'all?
Don't be. The stage is yours, Queen.
Guns don't kill people. People do. But is it also true that deadly weapons and demons can bring the devil out of men? Help him pretend he is God, should he choose. Kids are running for their lives in light up shoes, too afraid to remember the drill. Had to practice before they could play. Now there's fireworks in the hallway, and it isn't the 4th of July, a scene so grotesque and grim. Turns nursery rhymes into haunted hymns. Hickory dickory dock. A broken boy buys a Glock. The clock strikes 1, the children run, but every exit is blocked. So mommy cannot get in, and there is no safe way out. They are itsy bitsy spiders that won't survive the water spout, and if they do, they leave washed out. Down came the bullets like rain. And in every puddle of blood, an entire family drowns in pain. Can you imagine? Sending your pride and joy to school in a Paw Patrol backpack, and then the backpack is all that comes back. How do you get back to breathing? It must be the feeling nightmares are laced with, but in its purest form. And the victim count never counts the traumatized too, but survivors die too. And the eyes of every witness can lose their light forever, and all the families, including his, are left more fractured than Humpty Dumpty. It won't ever matter how long it's been. They can never be brought back together again. And what about the mamas who still have to be mamas? And the fathers whose weight was too heavy already, who weren't ready for how tragic life can be? The aftermath the siblings see when hell enters their household after the cold breeze of evil. The day the wheels on the bus went round and round and dropped babies off at a battleground turned burial ground for their innocence. When the black sheep bites back, a malicious soul that doesn't lack any metal for his madness, his hurt hollered for help. And now it echoes in the silence after every single shot. Because everybody thought he was boy crying wolf until he became the wolf and he blew the whole school down. For once, he's the biggest and the baddest. But only the saddest spirit could be giver of this much grief. We gave him guns when he needed glory. And predatory people were once someone's prey, so I wonder who hunted him first. He was little boy blue before he transformed into darkness, so who saw his skin and said nothing? Was anyone loving enough to just listen before we sold ammunition to a murderous mind? How many will die until we pay more attention to who we give gun power to? And how do we heal the next little boy blue before he paints another classroom red?
Wow. 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 This was powerful. And the delivery was very deliberate. I enjoyed the methodic, slow, drawn out, emphasized delivery on this particular piece. I thought it gave a lot of weightiness to the subject matter. I thought you performed this beautifully. You did a remarkable job on this. I'm giving you a 9.7. Griot, Mr. Geronimo Tat.
This had the spirit of Little Weapon, which is an interlude off of Lupe Fiasco's Fool.
Salute all day.
Um, I'm not gonna do too much, but I'm gonna do a lot. 10.
First 10 of the evening. Geronimo Tat done popped his cherry, man. First 10, man. First 10. Mr. Written in Pain is on you, brother.
This piece was powerful. The way you delivered it, it was to kind of nail. It was like punch, 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 and the way you ended the piece, "Little Boy Blue, Paint Another Classroom Red," that was fire to me. I didn't like. I didn't. Let me rephrase it. I thought your delivery. I thought your delivery was good, but I felt like there was room for improvement on your delivery. So I'm gonna give you a 9, but I wish you luck in this competition, Kim.
There you have it, Kiana Pearl. Thank you. We'll let you know by the end of the evening your standings. Thank you so much. Okay, Paint. Yo, I gotta give you your props, bro. Did a remarkable job on the fly, man. You know what I'm saying? Off your memory too, man. It's like, you know, I'm impressed, man. Who we got next? Who we got next on the mic?
It's a lot going on over it. I got a lot going on right
now. I bet you do. I bet you do. I bet you do. All right.
All right. So, straight out the gate, I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Mm-hmm.
This person predicted she was gonna win this competition straight out the gate. They just was like, "Give me the belt now. I already won." Now I heard this before. Last year, I heard this before. And that person came up a little short. Is it a curse? Is it a curse to predict that you're going to win the Grand Griot before the Grand Griot even begins? I don't know. But I know it didn't work out good for the last person that did that. With that said, next on the mic, Lexi.
Let's bring Lexi on up to the stage. Hey, Lexi.
Hi, sorry about that. I don't know why my phone wasn't giving me the green bar to accept.
Oh, that's crazy. But the stage is yours. Let's go.
Let's go. Here's a cautionary tale of how Sarah Beth lost her fuck boy. How he bottomed out smoking meth as my personal fuck toy, and it's been said curiosity is the weapon that destroyed the kitty cat. Sure, he was a curious pussy, paying to get beat up by my faceball bat. That's why Sarah Beth going about homeless. Her boy been showing out, trying to pretend like he owned this, knowing damn well he can't afford to even pay pussy rent. Broke off his tithe to my pussy, giving Sarah Beth up for Lent, using his mouth as an offering. He know his little dick won't make a dent. I barely felt that gummy worm, and I straight up should be feeling bent. Meanwhile, Sarah Beth thinks she's something. Sarah thinks that choking on his stick make her boo. Well, guess what, Sarah Beth? I literally can swallow stick too. See how I suck, Sarah? See how I suck better than you? See how my dick bigger, Sarah Beth? See my dick bigger than your dude's? If sucking stick's your special skill, maybe you should take some notes from your mans. After all, he been practicing, and you ain't gotta believe me, Sarah. Your boy's a star on my OnlyFans. 3 times he called me mommy, so I came like Candy Man, but I ain't need the persuasion. Like Leatherface, I wear him out everywhere. He's got the perfect face to top me off at every occasion. Cut the blood flow from his brain. Your man's speech started lagging. Cut the airflow from his lungs. Now your man's face began dragging. Sarah Beth, your boy's having a stroke. While I'm exploding mid-stroke. Baby batter splatter on his jugular and start dripping like an 8-ball of coke. Name my wood tiger. Guaranteed a hole in one with my masterful stroke, 'cause I bounced him from billiards to golf balls, and he pounced me from failure to block calls. Never gave a fuck about him, so I stopped giving a fuck. Now my fuck boy, fuck toy, going through the sloppy top withdrawal. So sincerely sorry, simple sweet Sarah Beth. Shit so scandalous should stay somewhat sorta suppressed, but my trans bitch pussy beat your pussy bitch boy better than best. Curiosity killed him. You know, he could have just told me I'm pretty and then shut the fuck up with the rest.
Okay. Okay. Lexi. Story writing, man. Storytelling, man. It's definitely your thing. It's definitely your thing. This was executed perfectly. I can't say, you know, the storyline, the plot of the story, the rhyme scheme, the delivery. Everything was on point with this piece. I thought you did a great job, Lexi. I'm giving you a 9.6. Geronimo Tat.
I think delivery was flawless. The sexual wordplay, crazy. You came in no Diddy. The start was crazy. An aggressive poem. That alliteration line with the S's was chef's kiss. I'm gonna go 9.4.
9.4. Okay. Mr. Written in Pain.
I pride myself on keeping it a $1,000,000. Pride myself on this. Keep it 1,000.
A thou wow.
All right, I'm gonna say 3 things. First thing I'm gonna say is this. Lexi, without question, you are one of the better writers in this country. You're in the conversation of being one of the best writers in this competition. That's a fact. The delivery and execution of this piece was flawless. However, I'm going to say this to you right now. This competition is going to prove and show if you're a one-trick pony. Telling you now. Mm-hmm. Hope you're not a one-trick pony, Lexi. Because this competition's going to expose you. This is a 10 for me.
Hey!
Giving them away like candy. Oh, man. I'm not going to argue with that 10. I'm not arguing with that 10. I'm not. Yo, the storyline, I'm remembering the damn characters in the story. That's crazy. But great
Lexi,
job.
Good luck in this competition.
Great job.
You not a one-trick pony.
We'll let you know your standings at the end of the evening. All right. Wow. All right, King. We getting there. Okay.
No Diddy, we coming down the home stretch.
No Diddy. All right, who we got next on the mic?
Next on the mic is the silent one.
The silent one. Let's bring the silent one up to the stage. What's going on, silent one?
What's popping?
What's popping?
What's popping?
The stage is yours, King.
Progenitor conviction. From the eyesight of a child of 7, witness to his mother's insurrection as she sent this man to heaven. On Detroit's east side in the late night, he spies his first homicide. Bloodshot eyes with hemorrhaging insides. Cries of fuck bitch. Oh shit, you fucking stabbed me. You better hope I die. Then mama grabbed the blick. His asinine request was swiftly obliged. She shot the guy. Must have pulled the trigger at least 10 times. 3 loud bangs with a sequence of empty clicks. Blood splats everywhere, even on my Chico sticks. Catatonic I was, not a scream nor a peep. Not even when she turned around and gasped, "Baby, you're supposed to be asleep." She dropped her weapon and ushered me to my room. "Baby, stand here. I'll be back to get you soon." Tears fell from my cheeks like a cold wet shower that wintry night, for I had just witnessed my first homicide. From the darkness within my bed, lying under the blanket, I lay huddled with fright. What's going to happen to my mama? This can't be all right. I can hear her voice cracking with fear. "Hello? Police? You need to get over here." I shot him dead on my kitchen floor. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't take the abuse anymore. Yes, I'm alone. Just me and my son. Hurry. Come quick. Are you sending someone? Sirens could be heard. Then a knock. Did someone call 911? As the cop entered, he spoke on. "Ma'am, are you okay? Where's the gun?" "It's over there." "Who's going to watch my son?"
Okay. The storytelling in this, in the beginning of this piece, you had me intrigued. I was wide awake waiting on the story. It fell a little dim for me in places. Overall, I thought you did okay. I thought you would have really benefited from adding some more drama to the delivery. Inflections in your voice, a little panic, a little frantic. But overall, I thought you did a good job. I'm giving you a 7.6. Mr. Geronimo Tet.
Silent one. Are you using a headset?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, I feel like I could pick that up. Um, but and it kind of gave it a bit of a distortion. I'm not sure if the rest of the judges picked up on that or anybody else, but that was good storytelling. Uh, Great cliffhanger ending. The delivery wasn't bad. It did feel a bit of monotone, so I second that. If there was some inflection that could be added, those is great areas that you could sell this piece in a whole different way. And the storytelling is good enough to keep the audience attention, but if you put those extra emotions into it, then boy, the audience is going to definitely be there, especially with that cliffhanger ending. I'm gonna go 8-7.
Appreciate you.
8.7. 8.7. Mr. Written in Pain.
Uh, I thought the story in this piece was good. It was good writing. The delivery, though, I thought it lackluster. I agree with Black. It could use some inflections, a little more enthusiasm in certain places, just to keep the engagement, because it was parts of the piece that kind of lulled. But I did enjoy the storytelling. I thought that it was a well written story. I just got disconnected with the delivery of the piece. I'm gonna go 7.5, and I wish you good luck, Simon.
7.4. Was that correct?
7.5, bro.
Oh, 7.5. Okay, 7.5. All right, thank you, the silent one. We'll let you know by the end of the evening your standings in the competition. All right, who we got next, Paint?
I'm working out some kinks over here.
I know, go do your thing, bro. I ain't gonna give you a hard time. I'm not gonna give you a hard time.
Because you know I'm pressing buttons. You know I'm doing a lot.
Yeah, I know, man. Like a kid in the candy store.
From the old way to the new way. You know what I'm saying? Next on the mic, Taja.
Let's bring Taja on up to the stage. What's going on, Taja? How you doing?
None much, chilling, cooling.
All right. The stage is yours, Queen.
I'm a pin flicking, big clicker. I thought lowering expectations would make blessings come quicker. Disguising my demeanor, revealing flammable ether. I'll be your guidance, taking you where compositions have missing pages, editing thoughts, pink pearl erasers, wheels spinning, mechanisms detangling, weaves woven, hoping it'll be easier to straighten. Poetic ski mask, pencil points on sketch pads, even if you lost all your senses, you still could feel these sentences, these sentiments, my life's frustrations, complicated conversations, overstimulation, strategic, like chess pieces conducting verbal currency, words exchanged with your ears, quickly composing my motives for courtesy, printed in past tense until I catch up. What currently, boom.
Wow. You know how you go. I don't know if you ever been fine dining. You know, when you eat fine dining, they give you a variety of courses. In between the courses, they bring out palate cleansers, to get you prepared and get your mind ready for the next course. And sometimes they bring you appetizers that are very small but filling, if that makes sense. This piece right here, your style is so abstract at times, cryptic at times, but it's at the same time very intriguing. I thought you did a marvelous job on this. This is the example that you don't have to have a long poem to have a good poem. I'm giving you a 9.1 on this, Taja. Geronimo Tat.
I love the visuals. Great cadence. It's kind of breathy. It makes me beg the question: delivery versus energy. Because to be honest, your delivery was a bit mono, but it was the stylized mono, and I know it was deliberate. I'm not oblivious to that. So, with that being said, with that abstract, as Black said, I'm gonna go with a 9.
Okay, 9. Mr. Written in Pain.
real comfortable in your pocket, Taja. You know, your delivery lends itself to your style of writing. I don't know what came first, the chicken or the egg. I don't know if you write to your delivery or the delivery is to what you write, but it is a perfect marriage. I am looking forward to this competition taking you out of your comfort zone. I want to see Taja when she's uncomfortable. And I'm really looking forward to that. Um, because you're too cool, man. And I just want, you know what I'm saying, Fonzie? I want to mess your hair up a little bit. Mess your hair up. So I'm gonna give you an 8.5, Taja, and I wish you luck in this competition.
Okay, 8.5. Thank you, Taja. We'll let you know by the end of the evening what's your standings. Okay. All right, all right. Who we got next, bro?
Treat her like a lady. Next on the mic is Lady Crucible.
Let's bring Lady Crucible on up to the stage. How you doing, Lady Crucible?
I'm doing good. How are you guys this evening?
Great to hear. You have the stage, Queen.
All righty. The title of this piece is called The Underdog. I've been let off my leash. I heard the word eat. This underdog, a different type of breed. Running rapid, putting in work in these streets. Bagging bars, a lyrical outlaw. Raw and unfiltered, leaving thoughts disfigured. I'm primordial from the ancient of ages. Action speaking louder on stages. Omniotopia echoes in hieroglyphics. My words encrypted within scriptures. A spade is a spade, the jack of all trades. My tongue as sharp as a blade, spinning with the retrograde, screaming in verses. My vulnerability rumbling like thunder. This eruption of frustration disintegrating the pages. A temerious titan, the superwoman of challenge. The renegade rhapsodist, a force to be reckoned. A poetic felon. The law of poetry, they can't catch me. That diamond of determination, detrimental. Lightning bolts of language, the illumination. Mighty mountains move miraculously momentarily. Ink spilling like blood, staining blank pages. Bleeding from the drip of liquid whispers, bearing the witness to the persistence. I've held the rain, but no one wanted to dance in the rain. Those cloudy days brought on the pain, smoking on that purple haze, listening to some of that Marvin Gaye. But I swallowed my soul, spitting out the bones. This underdog has taken control, reaching for everything that I've always wanted. Lady Crucible, that spoken word artist. A underdog they expected not to succeed. So I'm just gonna let my pen do all the talking for me.
Okay, Lady Crucible. I like the way you started this piece off. Very emphatic that you brought the energy way up. The energy was way up with this. Very emphatic piece. Overall, I thought you did a really good job. I'm going to give you an 8.6. Geronimo Tap.
This piece had the feel of like the evolution of signifying. And if anybody knows, signifying is the beginning of where rap came from. So this sounds like an evolution of that, like another branch. Um, and if I must say so tonight, you are the most comfortable sounding poet I've heard this evening. Um, with this piece, it says, "Yo, I'm here. You know, you can count me out if you want to, but my pen is gonna speak." And I like that. I like that energy. I'm giving this an 8.8.
8.8. Mr. Written in Pain.
I enjoy listening to this piece. It was dandy. was a dandy piece, and I enjoyed it. Um, it's an 8 for me, and I wish you luck in this competition, Lady Crucible.
Thank you, Lady
Thank you
Crucible.
guys very much.
We'll let you know by the end of the evening what's your standings, Queen. Okay, Ping, we getting closer and closer to the end.
Okay. By my math, we got 2 left, right?
Yep, you would be correct. Let's see if you know who they are.
Of course I know who they are, man. Of course I know who they are. Listen, this was strategically done.
Very strategically, I see.
Yeah, I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was doing. Because me and you talked about something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
With that said, next on the mic, representing them wolf hours, Miju.
Let's bring Miju on up to the stage. How you doing, Miju?
What's going on?
You got the side eyes going like, yeah, this is what it's finally like up here, huh? What's going on? Like you looking around. All right, my brother. Man. The stage is yours, King.
This piece is called Marco Polo. Marco! Do you want to meet Polo? Cause the way I up the pole though on this horse, I joust bullets through your chest and let them into your soul though. I'll have you seeing stars through this war like Han Solo, then leave your clothes ragged like a dead hobo. This metal stay long on my hip like Zorro. Watch as I unsheathe the green and red dot and shout, Marco! Me Polo, I ain't taking attendance with this ruler, so don't test this shotty that'll flash you like a classroom photo. See, you niggas ain't felt the devil cause you his demons in a uniform. Y'all thinking y'all unicorns, but y'all uninformed. Y'all Decepticons while I'm in my Optimus Prime. I've transformed while y'all stay scorched and scorned. But see, I'm snapping them phantoms in your blood like an IV. Then I'll post your face on a t-shirt like it's IG. Don't wire them demons here unless you want them to get addressed like an IP. And I see the winner never left this ignition. No wonder it's so icy. So this barrel blows blizzards to your dome like an AC. I don't have time for you bougie bastards rocking AP. And I don't need handlebars on this motor. I'll slide your body across the dirt like an AV. I ain't a lacquer. Ain't no C on my jersey. I'm a Laker, balling hard like I'm AD. I'm heavyweight, moving dumbbells so I can flex like an AB. Ain't it crazy? It's no biggie if this clip was all a dream. It wouldn't make your eye lazy. When the barrel smokes, just know I shot for a long time just to make you recognize the ignition it takes to fire through this trigger with an iron line. This ain't a goofy movie. I stay charged on this stage. This metal singing like Powerline. Marco, me Polo. Hope you got a bulletproof vest. Cause the man riding a horse won't protect your chest. You need a Jesus piece so you won't leave in peace.
Wow. I didn't think it was going to be done tonight, but it happened. It happened. It happened. I'll tell you guys what happened in a minute. Miju. I heard this piece before. In fact, I believe this was the first piece that I ever heard from you. And was it? Maybe. I don't know. This is new?
Yeah, I ain't performed it before. Nope. It's brand new. Did it 2 days ago.
This is brand new?
Yes, sir.
I could have swore I heard this piece before.
I felt like that too. That's interesting. That's interesting. I felt like that too.
I third that. I thought I heard this piece before.
I swear I heard this piece before. But with that being said, this piece right here was emphatic. I didn't think it was gonna get done tonight, but it happened to get done. And 10, Geronimo.
Phenomenal delivery and energy. Top tier delivery and energy. Wordplay, crazy. Uh, this battle poetry for no opponent. He battling the paper. Ten.
Mr. Written in Pain.
Miju, I like how you approach this thing we do. I'm really, really fond of the things you're able to do with your voice projection, how you deliver. Really, really fond of that. And I'm gonna honestly say, I see you going far in this, and I am very much looking forward to seeing what you do in the competition. I ain't gonna let you walk out of here with a perfect score, though. I'm gonna give you a number.
What's that score?
It's a 9.9, man. And no perfect scores in the preliminaries, man. We gotta relax.
All right.
9.9.
Yeah, because you and your boy Geronimo over here, y'all just giving them out like candy, man. Y'all, here go a 10.
I gave out 110,
here
bro.
go a 10. Here go a 10. You know what I'm saying?
I said, you heard my score, man. I gave him a 9.9.
Oh, 9.9. Okay. You came back out of your, you know what I'm saying? You came back out of your senses. Okay, thank you, Miju. We'll let you know by the end of this evening where your standings are. All right. Who we got next, bro?
Good luck in the competition, my man. All right, man. Am I good?
You good
am
now,
good?
bro. You crystal clear now.
All right. We're gonna work out something. So yeah, man, last year this brother you know, he made it through the audition, and then you know, he had some other obligations and he couldn't continue in the competition. I am very, very excited about this brother being in the competition. So we're gonna close out with our brother Sincere.
Let's bring Sincere on up to the stage. What's going on, Sincere?
Hey, what's up in the stuff, gang?
That's what
Y'all
I'm
know
talking
vibes.
about.
We outside, hugging trees, drinking water. What up, though?
What up, though? What's
Hey,
good,
man, I'm
bro?
feeling good, feeling great, man. You know, I'm vibing.
That's what's
I'm feeling good. Feels good to be here.
All right, that's
And
what's up.
shouts to all the other poets that came up here and rocked this fucking stage. Everybody, shouts to y'all.
Facts. Well, now, my brother Sincere, the stage is yours, King.
All right, I'll just take a little minute to clear the energy real quick. Somebody asked me, hey, Sincere, what are some things I can do to be a better poet? Well, get up, stand up, stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up, stand up for your rights. I want you to stand up for the right to write. I want you to write your wildest fantasy while feeling endless futures in fragmented by the fragility of a free write. I want you to free sight. Going beyond the adage of seeing is believing. What a sight for sore eyes when being blind is misleading. You see, I blame you for judging my book. I wouldn't blame you for the misreading.
Because most times the dissonance is in the delivery. And even when it's cognitive, sometimes the cognition, it feels like misery. So I want you to turn memories into metaphor. Like if you go inside, you'll be surprised. I'm sure it's parts of you that you haven't met before. So let's be sure. Because loving yourself less isn't what they mean when they say less is more. You know, ultimately what I'm telling you is you should write from your core and turn core writing into choreography. Because dancing in your dreams is easier than it looks. So I want you to go from dancing with wolves to dancing with books. I want you to treat reading like breathing. I want you to inhale your intros and exhale your episodes. So when you binge watch your behavior, you know your playback won't seem that long ago. Oh, I know that life at times it seems hard to grapple. So I want you to turn script writing into scripture. I want you to turn chapters into chapels. I mean, really, if you take the time to look at you on a real straight line with a crooked view, then you realize that Bible also means book. And if you practice what you preach, then you could really write the book of you. I mean, so if you put talent into ticket sales, when someone finally features your feelings, that's when you know they really booking you. Because you got to give you credit. You know, learning to run on through a sentence without very few edits, from memories to memorials, from edits to editorials. You can find the info in the information and write on every form that forms in you. You see, it's really an army of one because an entire formation really forms in you. I guess that means your mantra should be military. You know, warfare turn welfare. You can turn a sentence structure to a cemetery. I mean, you can write roses. I mean, really let the flowers grow. Or you can have a telltale heart and tell your heart to Edgar Allan Poe, because teetering between timelines is the reasons that we have balance for. So I want you to balance out your breath and put some spirit in your speech. Nah, I want you to put some speech in your spirit. And remember that when you finally read you, that you might be the only one to hear it. So live through lyrics and die on deaf ears, especially when the anatomy of a poet is a body of work, embodying everything except fears. Because the only thing to fear is fear itself. So how does one be a better poet? Don't be scared to stand up and finally earn the right to hear yourself. So get up, stand up, stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up, stand up for your rights. So don't sit down, stand up. Sincerely yours. Peace.
Okay. We've completed 16 poets, 16 scribes. Our brother Sincere being the 16th. This piece was prolific. This piece was profound. This was a teachable moment. There's so many different things you can do in poetry to make an impact. And I think your cadence in this piece, the way you spit this piece, was right on point with the sentiment of it. You know, they say comedians in comedy, they say the comic that's most vulnerable is the most successful. If you follow the careers of the legends, they're an open book. They open themselves up. They poke fun at themselves. And I thought that was some really great advice in this poem, man. You know, I thought you gave some positive affirmations in here, and you gave some great advice to aspiring artists. I really dug this piece. I really dug this piece. And I really dug the delivery. It felt like I was being lectured to, in a college camp, on a college campus or something. And we had one of them cool professors or so, and then they came up, they just had that swag, and they was just lecturing. And I felt this. This was dope. 9.8. Geronimo Tat.
I got so much to say about this piece. Bars, of course, is crazy. He was swagging on poetry, super intelligent poetry. And this is the sound of someone who has mastered their style in his craft. Sincere, I can't even say that you left Earth because you live on another planet. Like, who comes into a competition and tell his opponents on how to be better? I gotta say 10.
10. Okay, Mr. Written in Pain. What say you, my brother?
A little earlier, you heard me tell Lexi that she was in the conversation for one of the better writers in this competition. And I said that because, sir, there's not a person in this space right now that doesn't know that you have a mastery of the English vocabulary and that your wordplay is sickening. So I am also looking forward to seeing what you bring to this competition. This piece right here was just an average display of what Sincere does, man. And it's a 9.5 from me, brother. I wish you luck in this competition.
9.5. Okay.
Gratitude, y'all. Y'all know the vibes. Stuff in this stuck, gang.
Most definite, King. Most definite. We'll let you know in a few minutes where you stand. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break. And we're gonna tally some scores, and then we'll be back after these messages. Okay. We're back. So,
just so we're clear, 2 poets are being eliminated, correct?
Yes, 2 poets will be eliminated tonight. So
2 poets with the lowest scores, am I correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. All right.
So the 2 poets tonight with the lowest cumulative scores, unfortunately, will not be moving on to the next round of competition. All right. First, I want to say this. Great night of poetry. Everybody, for the most part, came and they did their thing. Unfortunately, this is a competition, and we got to narrow it down. There's never nothing personal when it comes to things like this, but we gotta stay true, have integrity, and call it the way we see it. So I hope no one who didn't get picked or didn't make it to the next round of competition don't feel no way. It's not a slight against your pen. You just need a little bit more work, and we're gonna help you. So with that being said,
bro, wait, whoa.
Okay.
Let's add a little drama to this situation.
A little drama? You want to add a little drama?
Let's add a little drama.
All right. Bring out the drama bag. What's the drama?
Why don't you say the names of the poets that made it through?
All right. I could do that. I can definitely do that. You thought I was gonna lead with the poet with the lowest score and like, let's go, let's get up out of here. Nah. I wasn't gonna do that. Like, all right, you out of here. Get up out of here. You and you. Nah, I wasn't gonna do that.
I told you I'm doing stuff.
All right. So, congratulations with a score of 23.8. The silent one. Congratulations, you've made it through to the next round of competition. Coming in with a 24.8. Congratulations to the pot companion. You made it through to the next round of competition. Coming through, making it through with a 26.1. Also making it through with a 26.3. Neo Soul and the Poetic Genius. You both made it through to the next round of competition. Coming through with a 27.6. Congratulations to Candy Baby. You made it through to the next round of competition. Coming through with a 26.6. And also coming through with a 26.6. Both Pretty Provocative Poet and Taja. Congratulations. You guys made it through to the next round of competition. Coming through with a 28.9. Congratulations to Sierra. You made it through to the next round of competition. Coming through with a 28.7. Kiana Pearl, congratulations. You made it through to the next round of competition. Coming through with a 28.5. Congratulations to Mahogany Soul. You made it through to the next round of competition. Coming through with a whopping score of a 29. Lexi, you made it through to the next round of competition. Okay. Coming through with a 25.4. Congratulations, Lady Crucible. You made it through to the next round of competition. Coming through with a whopping 29.3. Our brother Sincere. Congratulations, King. You made it through to the next round of competition. And last but not least, with a score of a 29.9, our brother Miju. Congratulations, you made it through to the next round of competition. Okay. Unfortunately, the bottom two poets with the lowest cumulative scores. Both these poets did a great job. coming in with a score of a 22.6. Unconditional, great job, but unfortunately, you will not be making it to the next round of competition. But great effort. And coming in with the second lowest score, which is only a 0.5 away from the 14th person to make it in, is our sister Dope Female with a 23.2. Unfortunately, your cumulative score was one of the lowest scores, and you will not be moving on to the next round of competition, but you did your thing, sister. You did your thing. Okay, so next week, the saga continues. The 14 poets that made it, you guys were all present here. You heard your names be called. Next week, 9 p.m. You got to get out of the Matrix first, bro. You Megatron right now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Let me tell y'all something. Next week is the nitty gritty. Because when you get to the 12, the game changes. Everything, it ain't this. It ain't this. It gets a little different. I advise everyone to come next week with their A+ game. Because we're not letting just anybody be in that top 12.
Nope. Top 12 is
Even
very
if you come
sacred.
here with your don't think you got the math figured out. Don't think you got the keys. Don't think because you come with a dope delivery and your black fists up, you automatically in. You're gonna be watching for that. Cause I see y'all, everybody better not be a woke nigga next week. Don't everybody better not be a woke hotep nigga next week. I'm just playing. But it gets real because now we seeing who gonna be in that 12 because
Yes, and it's gonna be a special. At the end of next week's show, it's gonna be a twist. There will be a twist. So you, like Payne said, you definitely want to bring your A game next week to ensure that you make it to the prompts. You make it to the prompts, you in the game. You got skin in the game. So that's what you want to do. Make it to the prompts. And good luck to all of the contestants that are still in this competition. And the scribes that didn't make it, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? Keep writing. It's not a slight towards your pen. You did your thing. But somebody gotta win, and we gotta dwindle it down. But be prepared next week. Be prepared for some surprises, and be prepared if you're gonna be one of them top 12 to put your game face on, because it's about to go down.
this is the thing too. Next week, if you make it to the 12, make sure you have a number or a contact you're comfortable with giving us with. In case of emergency or something happen, we may need to reach you during this competition. Things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Also, have your Venmo, your Zelle, and your Cash App available so you can, things happen. Things are gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Things definitely happen. Things happen in this competition. So we're going to definitely need one of those. Not all of them. Any one that you got, the one that you got, either Venmo, either Zelle, or Cash App.
Venmo, Zelle, or Cash App. Have that ready because as you get brought into the 12, we're going to ask you for your contact number and your Zelle and or Venmo and or Cash App. So just be prepared. And I wish all you guys luck. And I appreciate everybody who came through to support, everybody who auditioned, everybody who came through. We couldn't do this without you guys. And this is about community and poetry, man. This is gonna be a fun ride, and I'm excited.
Indeed. So
Also, I want y'all to know that tonight is night one of WrestleMania. I'm a wrestling fan. I put that on pause for y'all, and that's a big deal. I just want that's my
that's a big
love for
deal,
y'all
nigga. 'Cause this
because
dude think
it's
he Hulk Hogan.
WrestleMania.
He
It's
thought.
WrestleMania.
Let me talk. Let me talk.
You got it.
No, salute to y'all. Thank y'all for having me. Shout out to all the contestants, man. Everybody did phenomenal. I don't know if y'all understand how hard it is to judge your peers. Like, this is difficult, because I got a lot of love and respect and admiration for so many people that's a part of this competition and just in this community as a whole, and you guys for throwing this competition. So I just want to say salutes to y'all. I respect what y'all do because it's super hard, but judging for a competition, it has to be judged. This ain't nothing personal. It's the way that it is, man. And y'all try to be as fair as possible, and we try to be as fair as possible.
Indeed. Thank you, my brother. Definitely want to thank you, Geronimo, man, taking your time out to do this right here, man. And and be that beacon for the community, man. Because like you said, that's what we're doing. We're doing this for the community. This is the interim of us getting to know each other, of us, learning each other. So, there's nothing wrong with community. And you can win a little bread in the meantime. Be recognized. Be recognized in the meantime. So thank all you guys.
Geronimo, we're gonna need you next week, man. Don't forget, man.
Yeah, next week too.
We got one more chapter. We need
I know next week too.
Yep. Next week too. You be the same bat time and channel. Thank all you guys for coming out. Our host will be back next week, hopefully. Everything will be good. And I can't wait, man. But get y'all pieces ready, man. Next week is going down. Any last words, Payne, anything? Any announcements?
Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. You know what? I don't even know if that's true right now. Look out for how many mics tomorrow. We on schedule to do that True Religion album with 2 Chainz. So that's tentative, but we plan on that being the case. So stay tuned for that. That'll be right here at Focus Soul Session, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, I see y'all next Saturday. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for being part of this competition. And let's go. This is about poetry, man. Let's go.
Let's go. Poetry month. Let's get it. Oh, one more thing. If you guys gonna be in the New York area, I will be putting the link in the description when I drop this as a podcast. I'm gonna be putting the link in. If you're gonna be in the New York area around the time of May 9th, on May 9th, I will be competing in Brooklyn for $10,000 with a host of other dope spoken word artists. So if you never got a chance to see me compete before and it's new to you and you're gonna be in the area, I would suggest you come out and see that, man. That's dope. It's dope. But if you're gonna be in that area,
your boy Black threatening to retire, threatening to call this the farewell.
Yeah, this may be my farewell
slam.
Yeah, definitely.
This might be it.
This may be my farewell slam. So I'm gonna put that description
out because I'm watching y'all. My boy slamming for 10K. I see a lot of people all of a sudden becoming P Black fans. A lot of people want to be, what I'm saying, buddy with Black all of a sudden. Chill out, all right? Chill out, all right?
But yeah, for podcast for the podcast land, the description will be in the link will be in the description of this podcast where you can hit that link to buy your tickets, purchase your tickets on Eventbrite. But other than that, love you guys, man. Can't wait to see how this unfolds. Peace.
As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. of the story. I thought the story, I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. You know, I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
it was one of those pieces that, you know, where you're waking people up. You know what I'm saying? Bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, iron sharpeth iron.